Girl, stop playing.
Welcome back to another episode of the Girl Stop Playing podcast, where we encourage you to stop playing with your potential and start working for what you want in life and in love. I'm your host, Koereyelle, and you are in for a treat with this week's show because in the building, we have a double HBCU grad, a board-certified cosmetic dentist right here in Duluth, Georgia, TV personality, wife, mom, and badass businesswoman, Dr. Heavenly herself. Dr. Heavenly, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you, Koereyelle. I appreciate you having me, taking time out for me this evening.
I am so excited to have you here. I don't know if you remember this or not, but you used to have a radio show. And I was actually a guest on your radio show, probably in like 2000, I don't know, maybe 2013 or 2014 when I had the Single Wives Club. So this is a full circle moment because you have so much knowledge, so much wisdom to share. And you are such a source of inspiration, not just for single women, but also for wives who just admire the love that you are so public with. So we're going to get into it. We're going to get all up in your business just a little bit. But before we do that, I want to just warm up with a little game. So are you ready to get into a little game?
I like to play.
Okay. She said, I like to play. Okay. I came to play, Dr. Heavenly. So this is just a this or that. I'm going to name two choices. You just pick your favorite. All right. So first up, do you prefer a documentary or a comedy?
Do I what?
Do you prefer to watch a documentary or a comedy?
A comedy, definitely.
Okay. Do you prefer hanging out with your hubby or a girl's getaway?
A girl's getaway.
Okay. Cabin trip or a beach house?
Beach house.
Beach house. Okay. Do you like to plan ahead or be spontaneous?
I'm very spontaneous.
Ooh. And do you like a private chef or go to a 5-star restaurant?
Private chef, definitely.
Okay, Dr. Heavenly, I got to say I was kind of surprised by a couple of your answers, but we'll circle back. We'll come back to that. So first of all, shout out to you being a double HBCU grad. I definitely have to start there because you are a alumni of FAMU. My husband happened to go to FAMU. You also spent some time in my city, Cashville, Tennessee. I happen to go to Tennessee State. You went to Meharry. So I definitely love, appreciate, and support anybody who has spent time matriculating through HBCUs. So you have definitely been on our TVs, on national television for 9 years now. And one of the things that is most inspirational to me is how madly in love you still are with your husband of 20 plus years. The way you've managed to raise your children to be respectful adults and operate your own successful business, multiple successful businesses. But I want to go back to like pre what we know Dr. Heavenly to be right now and just talk about the bare bones story of how you met your husband. Let's start there.
You know, I've been asked that question several times. I don't know why everybody and their mama want to take me right.
Well, so I've done my research and I know the answer, but the people don't, you know, they're not prepared. So
the people know. Listen, so you say, where did I meet my husband?
How? The story.
Well, long story short, to give you want a long story, the short story.
The short dirty.
Okay, short and dirty. I've always been a planner. I told you I'm spontaneous in certain ways, but I plan every aspect of my life, right? I wanted to be married at a certain age. I wanted to go to school. I knew what year I was going to graduate. Had a vision board, right? Had everything I wanted and everything I wanted in a man. Put it on my refrigerator at Meharry Tower. Somebody know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. And I said I wanted my husband to be short, dark-skinned, man's man. I want him to have a goatee. I want him to be very articulate, intelligent. I prefer him being in medical school, and I wanted him to be all about me. And I got everything I asked for. So I met my husband. I was going to class late. He was leaving early. He had a girlfriend, but so what? What does that mean if you ain't got no ring on your finger? And I noticed him. He was looking at me, and he said something inappropriate because he said to me, he was walking with one of his frat brothers, And he said something to me like, for example, he said exactly, when you gonna put those lips on me? And I was like, I know this little man didn't say this to me. And I said, don't you have a girlfriend? And he said, yes. And I said, well, you know what? Here's my number. Call me. You know, and he said he was having issues with his girlfriend, whatever. You know, men say whatever. I said, call me, come over and see me, and we'll talk about it, right? So his girlfriend started walking towards us. I didn't see her, but somebody saw. I guess his frat brother saw. And he said, hey, man, your girlfriend coming. And we were talking. We were all in our conversation. And he walked off with her, but he looked back at me. And at that point, I knew that was my man. And I secured it when he came over to see me that night.
Dr. Now, what does that mean?
Well, no, we didn't do nothing that night. But I mean,
wait a minute.
We talked a lot. I told him if he was having issues with his girlfriend, go to church and pray about it. You know what I mean? God has a plan for you, you know? And, you know, he was working as a security guard. He was the type of guy, he was sending money back to his mama. And he was in medical school, so he had a job. So he was calling me from his job, you know, whatever. And he would say something like, you know, why don't you come up here? And I said, no, tell your girlfriend to come. You know, in fact, tell her to come, you know. So I saw him at a party, a Q party. It was Omega. And when I walked in the party, he picked me up. And he carried me to the other side of the party into a corner. And I said, hold up, you gonna get me beat up. Now, you know I don't get my ass whipped, right? I told y'all that. But I said, you gonna get me beat up. And I said, where's your girlfriend? He said, I'm not with her anymore. You're my girlfriend. And from that day on, we spent every night together. From that day on, we spent every night together. Unless he was out of town or I was out of town, we've been together every night since then.
So
it was 24 years ago, almost 25 years ago.
So Dr. Heavenly. So okay.
Girl, I can't give you all the secrets.
Listen, we gotta unpack this just a little bit because so I guess technically you didn't steal him from his girlfriend because he left the girlfriend.
If it belonged to you, I can't steal it. Okay. You're not
okay.
People.
This is true. But do you believe in how you found him is how you go, or how you start is how you gonna end, or whatever that thing.
I even love at first sight. I think that he had a girlfriend. He only had one wife. Girlfriend don't mean shit, and that's what I'm gonna tell y'all really early. Y'all ain't no wife. Y'all ain't shit. Please understand that. Girlfriend don't mean nothing. Wife means something. Respect the wife.
So you single till you're married.
That's right. That's exactly right.
You single till you married. All right. So girlfriend doesn't mean a thing. No titles. Okay, I can respect that. So the fire that we see publicly, that has been there since like the frat boy days back in college.
Absolutely. When you meet somebody, you automatically have that what you call pheromones. You have that attraction, but that the attraction there is not a reason to be with that person. You have to get to know that person. You need to talk to them, make sure y'all have alignment, and y'all value systems are the same. Meaning you got to talk about money. You got to talk about kids. You got to talk about goals. You got to talk about all that. And if all that don't line up, the attraction don't mean nothing either. It's got to be both. You got to have both. You got to have the attraction and you got to have a plan to be together and think like-mindedly. You got to be like-minded.
How have you maintained that feeling, I think that there has to be like a friendship there, right? How have you maintained the feeling, the friendship, and the fire for so many years?
I think it's more of a friendship than anything. We've been through so much together, ups and downs. And when you go through things, it brings you closer, just respect for one another, talking to one another. Anything can be misinterpreted or thought of the wrong way if you don't communicate. And that's with any relationship. I mean, if you watch Married to Medicine, a lot of these issues could really be resolved by conversation. But the problem is we don't talk. You know what I mean? If we fall out, we stop speaking, and then we let other people speak for us or assume and all of that. When you're with your man, you have to talk to him and exclude everybody else. Mm-hmm. The opinions of everybody else does not matter.
So keep people out your business?
Absolutely.
How do you have those tough conversations though, Dr. Heavenly? And not even have the tough conversations. How do you be a grown woman and move on when you still want to be mad? That's
When
my
you
personal
still want to
question.
be mad.
Yeah, when you still want to be mad. When like the old you want to be petty, but the new you knows you too grown for that.
Really, I say, if you're upset about something, talk it through. I mean, to me, we always had a rule not to go to bed or angry. But shit, I've been up all night some nights being angry. You know what I mean? I ain't going to bed, but until I feel better, we gonna talk about it. But once I let it go, you can't. And I'm guilty of doing it, but I say, don't keep bringing the same shit up because it ain't gonna change. My opinion's not gonna change. His opinion's not gonna change. You have to look at and pick and choose your battles because it's always gonna be issues. Y'all don't think alike. Y'all come from two different places trying to see the same way, and you just don't. The way a psychologist brought it up to me is you're looking from here and here. If you're looking at a sign, you're looking at two different pieces of the sign, and you cannot see the same things. So you got to trust one another and have enough respect to understand that he can't see or I can't see what he's saying, but know that I'm doing the best, my 100% best for both of us and our family.
So therapy, do you think that is a necessary component for a lasting marriage? Or do you think it's like a,
I think that everybody needs therapy. However, I've had therapy, and to me, maybe it was a therapist, but that shit don't help you. All it really does is bring up old stuff and make you mad again that you done forgave somebody for, and you trying to relive some shit that happened. I don't know. I don't think therapy for everybody. I don't think therapy is for everyone. I think that in different situations, I think it's nothing wrong with talking to a therapist, but marital counseling, you can't tell me shit about my marriage because you don't know. You don't know. You can tell me what you think, and I'll take.
What if something comes up though, Dr. Heavenly, and it's like we just cannot figure it out, and it's not something that you could just agree to disagree on?
Well, what can't we figure out, baby? Give me an example, because I'm gonna need an example. And the answer I'm gonna tell you with your example is there can only be one head to a household. That's what a caveat is. That's what a problem is. It can only be one head. Two heads is a monster, right? So my man respects me enough that anything I want, if I ask for it the right way, I can get it. But if we in a standstill, it's only one head to the household. And that doesn't happen very often, but
Oh, Dr. Heavenly. Oh, that's
I get my way 99.86% of the time. If there's one thing that we cannot agree on, I can allow my husband
to have it. You can have this one.
He got it.
You can have it. So has that ever been, because I'm sure you've kind of mastered it now, but being such an alpha female, an assertive, business-minded entrepreneur, you're the boss, in a big part of your life, you are the boss, you are the head. Has that ever been a hard adjustment for you? I mean, I can assume you all kind of grew up together. So I think that was kind of an advantage because you became a boss while, he knew you while you were becoming a boss versus you being this boss and then you meeting a man and you having to kind of put him in position in his life. Y'all kind of built a life together. But have you ever had a hard time taking off the boss's hat and just being the wife?
Absolutely. It's easier said than done. But one thing I will tell you is you cannot submit to any old damn thing. A lot of times people trying to submit to any old damn thing. And I say all the time, you cannot follow a car that's not moving because you're not going to feel right. He's not going to feel right. So if I'm a boss, right, and I'm doing all these things, and if he ain't doing shit, I'm going to feel some kind of way when I get up. But that's not the worst part. He going to feel some kind of way. That if I'm doing this, he got to bring something to the table. Now, I'm not saying women and men, like the man need to make more. I'm not saying that at all. But I'm saying if I'm doing my thing, he can't just sit idly by because I'm not going to be happy with that. But his ass ain't going to be happy with that either. And if he is, he's a bitch. Because ain't no real man gonna sit around and let me do every damn thing and he sit on his funky ass and like, can I cuss? I'm sorry, I'm late.
You can do your
and
thing.
allow me to do everything and him not do anything.
Okay. On that note, how has reality TV played a role in your relationship, or has it? Because you are you, right? 1,000%. You get out there and you do your thing. How has that affected you personally? Just you, or has that affected your marriage positively or negatively?
I think that when I came into reality TV, I was already the person I am. It did not make me. It makes some of them other girls, but it does not make me. Everything I have, I'm not, I'm trying to be humble, and I am humble. Everything I have and have done, I had before reality TV. So when you talk about my relationship on reality TV, one thing, if you watch Dr. Heavenly, she never disrespects her husband, and her husband never disrespects us. Me.
Mm-hmm.
Second, my husband don't watch reality TV. He not on Twitter tweeting. He not on social media, and he does have an account, bitch, but that's me. So when y'all get in his damn DMs, understand that's me. Okay? So he's not really involved in it like so many of the other husbands, because he has a real job. He has a practice. He has, things going on. He is successful in his own right. So he does not have to depend on a limelight of reality TV to make him. And I think that helps us a whole lot, because he ain't interested. A lot of times the mess that's going on in reality, he has no clue of it.
He don't even know about it.
In the reunion and they show him, it's the first time he's hearing about it, which is it might be a disadvantage for me, but he don't know most of the time.
Has there ever been anything that he found out later and was like, Heavenly, come on.
Man, there's going to be some shit this year that he going to find out about. But you know what? He'll never know unless Andy messy ass tell him.
Andy's going to tell him.
He is. And I will deal with that at that time, okay?
So how does that work? How in control are you of what is put out there?
I'm in control of what come out of my damn mouth. But I've seen scenes that even what came out of my mouth did not come out of my mouth. So I'm talking too much. But sometimes you in green screen and they'll say these words. And you don't know why you saying them. But then, if you look close, I didn't say that shit.
Wow.
So, you know what I mean? But, that's neither here nor there.
Part of the game, huh?
Huh?
I said that's just part of the game, right?
Part of the game, and you came to play. So don't get mad. You know what I'm saying? Don't be mad, because if you came to play and you play with me, we playing.
Well, I love that you said that, part of the reason why you think this hasn't really affected your marriage is because he ain't really worried about this. Like, he let you do your thing, and he is really, truly, like, in his career, handling his business, like doing the things that he does. And in my opinion, those seem to be the relationships that thrive even through, reality TV. It's the ones where the men are super involved. But I have
an interesting caveat here, because he is a protector of his household. And I don't necessarily agree with this, but I understand it. For example, Will Smith, I think he was wrong with what he did with Chris Rock, right? However, if somebody disrespected me and hurt my feeling, that was a man, I think that Damon would have done whatever to defend me. You know what I'm saying? No questions asked. So, I don't necessarily agree with that, but I understand how it could happen with Will Smith. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying.
And I think there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes that we don't see. We just see, what the camera catches. But
they water us down. Our stuff is worse than what y'all see on TV. I guess because we doctors and y'all don't want that and the advertisers don't want it. But our stuff is worse.
Really?
To me, yes. When you look at it, I'm like, listen, I cannot be mad at that scene because I see it so much more.
Okay. So
it's amazing that I ain't got my ass whipped yet, but I heard I did. I'm not sure if I did or not this season, but I heard that I did.
You not worried about that, Dr. Heavenly?
Worried about
you will ever go to work and be like, maybe I should wash my mouth today?
It's working for me. Initially, 8 years ago, I might have worried about it, and I did. I almost didn't do reality TV because I thought it was going to affect my business, right? I think that intelligent people get what this is. I think that intelligent people know that this is entertainment. It is me. It's me at times 10, but I'm in situations I would never be in. If I didn't like you, lunch with you the day that after we had an argument. I would not sit down with your ass if I didn't like you. So I'm in situations I would never be in, and you're saying some shit you probably would never say to me had we not been on TV. That's what my thought would be. Because if you say shit about my man and you lie on my damn man, I'm going to tell the truth about your man. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I think they know not to play with you and your man, Dr. Heavenly. After all these years, you would think they would know that.
I mean, they don't know it. They don't know.
So I have a personal question, Dr. Heavenly.
Anything, darling.
This is a personal question. I'm about to ask it in 1 second, but before that, we got to pause. We got to pay some bills. Let me take just a quick.
All right, darling. Ask me the question. If it's too personal, I'm going to tell you.
All right. No, it ain't personal. No, it's not a personal in your business question. It's a personal question because I want to personally know. So because you are a cosmetic dentist, that means that you are doing a lot of these veneers, right? How do people got teeth that's too big? What are they ordering wrong, Dr. Heavenly? They ordering the wrong size or something?
Going out of the country. They're going out of the country and they're getting these cheap ass teeth that are way too big, right?
Yes.
And there's some dentists here that's doing them as well. But what they do is they come up with one template, meaning it's an impression of a perfect smile. And they're giving everybody the same damn smile. That's what I'm doing. I specialize in natural looking teeth. That's why my shit costs more. I'm giving you natural teeth. Now, if you want that chiclet shit that the girl had, go over there. We're not doing that here. But some people come in wanting them white teeth that look fake. Some people be wanting that. You know what I mean? They want people just like the weave. People be wanting people to know that they got fake teeth. Don't ask me why. Your teeth are supposed to be the color the white in your eyes. They're not supposed to be
Yeah. Wow.
I specialize in natural looking teeth.
So what is the difference? I know the difference, but are they saving that much to go get these?
Yes, they are. A set of veneers from premolar to premolar out of the country may be $15,000, right? In my office, they're gonna be $48,000.
How do people pay for this, Dr. Heavenly? They getting loans out?
Yes, and people get the money for what they want. They getting these asses. They getting their eyes changed. This weave ain't cheap. This hair not cheap. They're financing the teeth and they're getting what they want, baby. If you're missing teeth, how much would you pay for some new teeth? Beautiful lady, professional woman. How much would you pay?
Dr. Heavenly, I've been thinking about all this dental work I've been getting done. I've been thinking about getting me a whole new set. But I saw too many horror stories.
You probably don't need a whole new set. You probably don't need that. But some people do. And if you're going to do what you need to do to get you some damn teeth. You are. You are. And I'm giving you a great service, a great price, and a great product.
What's this timeline look like, Dr. Heavenly? How much downtime is it?
For veneers?
Yeah. Is that what the popular procedure is?
We prep your teeth. We give you a temp. You wear that about 3 weeks, 4 weeks. We always say 4 weeks, but we get them sooner and we call you say, hey, we got your teeth in earlier to make it a nice gesture. But about 3 weeks, you're wearing a temp. A temp is made out of acrylic. We let you know that, soft diet for those 3 weeks. And we put on your natural teeth. We do a try-in appointment, but 90% of the time of the try-in, the teeth are perfect. So we see them that day.
And are you shaving them down? Is that?
Yes. You're shaving the teeth down. That's what you got. How you go? You can do prepless veneers, but that's when they start looking buck because you're putting some shit over your teeth.
On top of it.
Right. You got it for it to look good. You got to shave those teeth down. And we do miracle work. I mean, they be having gaps like this, and we try to fix it.
I be all on your Instagram looking. I'm telling you, I've been checking this out.
And it looks good, but it ain't even perfect. And I'm a perfectionist, but they come in with some stuff that you doing miracle work to get it together.
Wow. Yes. So smilesbydrheavenly.com is where they can check that out. They can also follow you on Instagram.
And passion. I love doing that.
They can. Okay. Yes. Yeah, and we got to get into your new passion too. So you also recently opened up this beauty supply store. Can we talk about it? Because the fact that we have another Black-owned beauty supply store here in the Atlanta area that we can support, I definitely think that the people need to know about it if they don't already. So how did you end up getting into the space, and then let them know the location where they can come support?
Okay, I got into beauty supply because I don't know if you knew a show. We had a Married to Medicine LA. And we went over there and we filmed in LA, and there was this girl there, boss chick named Leah Diaz, right? She owned several beauty supply stores, I think 8 or 10 of them all over. And it was called Girl K Beauty. You know, anytime I see somebody doing amazing things, I make them my friends. I don't hang around nothing but bosses. You know what I'm saying? If I don't hang with you, it's a reason. But people that I can learn something from, or they can learn from me, you know, a symbiotic relationship, we became friends. And I was asking her the profit margin on beauty supply stores. I was like, well, shit, I could do that. So it wasn't necessarily a passion other than my daughter was more interested in beauty and beauty supply. And she loves doing the pictures and getting her hair done and all that, you know?
Yeah.
Like the numbers. And not only that, I was thinking that that's the way I could help the community, not just with jobs, because there's plenty of jobs out there. My way of helping is getting Black businesses off and running. Like there are so many startups that put their new products in my store. You know what I'm saying? Then I market the products. If they sell, then I put them on my website. We're giving people opportunities. And I think this store is more so for other people than it is for me.
So it's like almost like a marketplace. And I didn't even realize that it's online too. So they don't even have to be here in the Atlanta area to support.
BeautyATL.com, yes.
And is that where they need to go if they have a product and they're interested in getting it placed?
I would say call the store. If you go to the website, we got a phone number there. Call the store, but you got to bring your product and make sure it's packaged right. Don't bring me no BS. Come on now, y'all, be ready. Get your shit together before you
get it together and come correct. So my last question, Dr. Heavenly, for the women out there who feel discouraged and they feel like they just do not believe that having it all is something that can happen for them, whatever it all means, whether that is the life, the love, the legacy, you know, the kids, the whatever it means for them. For someone who has it all, what is your advice? What encouragement can you offer for someone who just might not be in a good mental space?
You know what? I received that. I have it all. I do. I mean, if you look at it, but the thing about it is it's all a mindset. If you think you can do it, you can do it. If you don't think you can, I swear to God, no matter how hard you try, you ain't gonna be able to do it. But the thing is changing your mindset. Read books, ask God, pray, make a plan, write it down, look at it every day. All this is biblical. Read your Bible, meditate, get your life together as far as like eating right, exercise, and get you in the right mental space. Stop doing things that are not good for you. Get rid of that sorry ass dude that ain't good for you. Get rid of the things that are blocking your blessings and receive the blessings. Sit and be still for a minute and listen. God will speak to you. He'll tell you exactly what you want to do. Write down a plan, write down everything you want to do, and start doing it today. It's just that simple. And if you can believe it, even if it takes meditating, reading books, praying, whatever you got to do to make that mind right, once you get your mind right, you halfway.
Listen, I love it. Dr. Heavenly, I appreciate you. I'm so glad we were able to do this. Please let the people know if you have anything that they can support. I know where they can find you on Instagram at Dr._Heavenly. Any last words, anything else you want to share?
No, I think I said it all. I support all my friends and everything they're doing. Look, I always bring my stuff out. Look, bam, Dr. Jackie's book. Yeah, listen, nice. This is my good friend. This is my personal life coach here. And she helps me lose weight. Listen, I got to lose some weight. Listen, books, read, y'all. They said that if there's anything that they want y'all to miss, put it in a book.
They put it in the books.
Don't let that not be you. And I have to do a spill on cryptocurrency. It's so much money being made out here that y'all have.
What we need to do, Dr. Heavenly? What we need to do? What we need to do? Give me the.
You need to go to my YouTube. You need to go down there to my YouTube because I go over. You know, I talk the mess because I get a lot of views on the mess. I don't get that many views on the serious stuff when I talk about the 7 streams of income and how to build your wealth and generational wealth and all that. You know, I get a few thousand, but I get 400,000 if I read Martell, Hold on, Love and Marriage. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand, y'all, but I do the vlogs on real estate, insurance, all of that on my site. I do vlogs on getting scholarships to go to college because I encourage these young girls to go to school because that's an education nobody can take away from you. I do talk about just having a plan. I bring all kind of people on, but I'm saying it's a great wealth transfer happening right before your eyes in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency.
All right.
And I've seen it.
So we need to listen. I've been saying, like, not even the world has been saying that this is the next gold rush. And if we miss out on this, we ain't gonna have anybody to blame.
And it's right now, and they gonna regulate that because people making money. They finna regulate it, y'all. So get in now and get out. I'm saying within the next 2 years, it's gonna be regulated in such that it's gonna be so highly taxed. If you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna be, But now's the time. Look at my YouTube. Follow my YouTube. It's Dr. Heavenly blog on YouTube. Make sure y'all follow me on Facebook. I'm gonna start doing a whole lot more on Facebook. So make sure y'all get on Facebook. And I'm on TikTok and all that, but I don't understand that shit. So people do that for me. But Facebook and YouTube, that's where I'm at.
We appreciate you, Dr. Heavenly. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode of the Girl Stop Playing podcast. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all next week.
All right. Bye-bye.